Mommy, can I have a snack? Sure, after you go pee. I don't have to pee. Yes, you do. No, I don't. You're dancing, you have to pee so bad. That's because I'm really excited for my snack. Okay. I have to pee! Yep, I knew it. I'm all done. You just said you were so hungry. I'm not hungry anymore. Okay, but don't ask me for a snack. I won't. Yes, you will. No, I won't. Mommy, can I have a snack? No. All right, buddy, I need you to please put this jacket on. It's really cold outside. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. I was just out there. It is very cold outside. I'm not wearing a jacket. Okay, be cold then. Ooh, it's cold. You want to put your jacket on now? No. Okay, well, I'm just gonna hold it up like this so nobody thinks I'm a bad parent.
Why?
Because it's cold. I'm cold. Can I get you a jacket to put on?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Want some? Oh, you want some? Here, have a bite of mine. No. Want that one. I'm not giving you a whole banana. You won't eat it all. Just have half of mine. No. Fine, but you better eat it. All done. All right, pal, here's your strawberries. New strawberries. What does that even mean? New strawberries. Oh, you wanted a whole strawberry. Silly me, I thought you wanted them cut like you did the last 4 days. Want snack? Here's the list of what we have for the 17th time today. Would you like a granola bar? Yeah, granola bar. Oh, okay. I'm done. Okay, give it to me. You know what? You have about 9 half-eaten snacks all over this house. Those are your snacks for the rest of the day. If you're having trouble with your baby being constipated, I have a recipe for you that's guaranteed to get them pooping right away. And it's only 2 ingredients. First, get a large pot with about 2 cups of water and bring it to a boil. Get yourself 4 washed pears and slice them up. Just like that. Once your water's boiling, throw your steamer on top. Steam these pears for 10 minutes with a lid on top. After 10 minutes, add half a cup of pitted prunes and let that steam for another 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, make sure your pears are fork tender. We're gonna let these cool down and add them to a blender. Do not blend until these are cool. And then you can put it in a reusable pouch or a little container. I'm gonna refrigerate one of these and freeze the rest. And then whenever I'm ready to use it, I just pull it out of the freezer, let it thaw, and serve it to my baby. I know it doesn't look the best, but I promise you it's delicious. That breaks down to less than $1 per serving for something homemade. And he already felt a little bit better. All right, buddy, it's time for bed. Good night. I love you. I love you. Look, Mommy, my octopus is doing the hot dog. Oh, he's dancing, huh? Well, I think octopus wants to go to sleep. How many legs does he have? He has 8 legs. Let's count them. 1, 2. Mommy, I'm sad. Oh, why are you sad, pal? Because I want pizza. Oh, well, that makes me sad too, but we're not gonna have pizza right now. We're going to sleep. I like owls. Buddy, can we please just close our eyes and go to sleep? Okay. Why were the monkeys loud? What monkeys? The monkeys at the zoo. The monkeys at the zoo 2 months ago were loud because some monkeys are just loud. That's how they talk. Happy birthday to you. If I could give one piece of advice to new first-time expecting parents, and even go back and tell myself this is what it would be. If you are a type A, organized, scheduled person, even if you're not really, you're going to want to do everything right. So you're going to probably do all the research on, when they need to go down for naps and try and pinpoint a routine for them and get everything just right. And I'm here to tell you, in the first few months, like the first 4 months, you will drive yourself crazy if you try to get on a routine like that. Some babies may fall into it great, but I've found most of them do not. So if something's telling you your baby should be awake for an hour at this age, that may not always be the case. You're better off listening to your baby's cues and kind of just going with the flow. If they are hungry, feed them. If they are rubbing their eyes and yawning and they're tired and it's only been 40 minutes, put them to sleep. You will spend a lot less time stressing about it if you just go with the flow and follow their lead. Also, when you are trying to put them down for a nap, many babies can't really go from like active playtime to immediately asleep. It's the equivalent to you going from a sporting event or a concert and then somebody being like, all right, go to sleep now. So make sure you give them some time to wind down if they need to be, in a quiet, dim lit room or whatever, but don't just take them from being active to expecting them to immediately go to sleep. Some babies may be able to fall asleep anywhere, but not all of them. And I spent many days in a dark room trying to get my firstborn to sleep all day long. So really just try not to look at the clock and more than anything, follow their lead. Here's a list of things I think should exist now that I'm a parent. First, why don't we have kid sections in restaurants? Like, they used to have smoking and non-smoking sections. Well, I think we need kid and non-kid sections. So you can decide when you get there, do I want to be in like the chaos and mayhem of where other kids are? Or do I want a semi-quiet restaurant experience so I can sit with just the adults, no kids over there? And personally, it's a win-win because then I'm not as embarrassed when my toddler's acting a fool. And also, he loves to stare at other kids, so it would entertain him just watching other kids. 2, why don't we have parent parking? If one more person parks on top of me when I've already pulled as far over as I possibly can, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm just trying to get my toddler in the car, now pregnant, squeezing into a door like this because you have pulled your car on top of mine. I just want parent parking where the spots are a little bit wider to swing both of our doors open. And 3, maybe these just don't exist where I'm from, but how come we have shopping carts for toddlers to sit in with the little cars they can drive and stuff, and then we have shopping carts for like, an 8-month-old that can sit in the front of the cart, but we don't have shopping carts designed for a car seat to go into? Because I know when my son was younger and he needed to stay in his actual car seat and I had to put him in the shopping cart, now I have no room for groceries. And if I used his stroller attachment and just push that around, well, now I have about a foot of space under the stroller to put a few things. I'm talking, I want like a shopping cart where he can clip onto the top of it and there's still a full cart below it for me to put whatever I need. This is just my 2 cents. If you're nearing 3 years old with your toddler, you are probably entering what I would deem the most difficult period yet. So here's some things I've learned that might help you out with their big feelings. For starters, do not engage in battle with them in any way. Do not start yelling at them because it's only going to escalate the whole situation. Don't even try to be like, give me that toy, you threw it, I'm throwing it in the trash, because they're going to be like, okay, let me help you throw it in the trash. Our method of correcting behavior is either they are removed from something or something is removed from them. So for instance, if something gets thrown across the room, which is my son's new favorite thing to do when he's frustrated, the toy gets taken away. I'm not yelling, I'm not threatening to throw it away. I'll just tell them, you can have this later, we'll try again when you're more calm. And I also tell them, hey, if you're frustrated, you can stomp your feet, you can smack a pillow, you can yell. You're allowed to be frustrated, you're just not going to throw your toys. You have to be consistent, you have to do it right away, which I know sometimes is an inconvenience when you're doing something else, but you have to be on it because they will test your boundaries. They will look at you and do it to see what you're going to do about it. But I have noticed it is having an impact on my son. The other day he went to throw something and he brought his arm back and he paused and he was thinking about it for a few seconds because he knew if he let that toy go, it was getting taken away. So give this a try. It's not an overnight fix. You have to keep at it constantly and just know we are all in the trenches of the 3-year-old together. Here's how you can get your toddlers to do anything you want. It's a 2-part technique, so if one doesn't work, you can use the other method. First is rebranding. For instance, my toddler does not like breakfast anymore. If it's called breakfast, he's not eating it. He just wants snacks. So we will turn breakfast into a snack. However, you have to be careful with this one because if you make something like eggs, he's like, no, that's you cooking. That is breakfast. I don't want that. I want a snack. These overnight oats, however, make a perfect snack and they're delicious with all fresh ingredients. These are my favorite. I love them and so does he. Smoothies also work. They are a great snack. You can do this with names too. Like if they won't eat fish, you can call it like beach chicken or ocean chicken or whatever I've heard somebody use. That works too. And two, if you really want them to do something, you have to turn it into a game or a competition of some sort. So like if you want them to go to the bathroom and they don't want to, our new game is let's measure how much pee you have in your body. And he loves it for us to each guess, like how much pee do you think I have, Mama? How much pee do you think I have? And we'll each take a guess. I think you have this much, and we'll go see. If you really want them to go do something by themselves, how strong do you think you are? I bet you're not strong enough to go do this by yourself if you know they're capable of doing it by themselves. Are you listening? Are you taking notes? Give this a try. I hope it helps. If you have a toddler who is just going to bed way too late and you're like, I really would like my evenings back. I would like them to go to sleep quickly and much earlier than they are. Here's a tip for you. Now, as with most things, this is going to be age and child dependent because every child's different, but consider dropping their nap. My son is almost 3. His naps are getting pushed way late into the day, like 1:30, 2 o'clock. And some days he was like, I don't even want this nap. And so we've just stopped having naps most days unless he wakes up super early. It does not make for a fun day by any means. It makes for a very long day. And come 4, 5 o'clock, everything they do, take it with a grain of salt, because by that point they are tired. But I will tell you, when 7 p.m. rolls around and they go to bed and they fall asleep within like 5-10 minutes, it is golden. I probably wouldn't recommend doing this until they are at least 2 years old. And keep in mind, some 2-year-olds do go through a sleep regression where they don't want to nap for a few weeks and then they go back to the normal nap schedule. So keep that in mind as well. Anyway, I hope this helps and that you get to enjoy a much smoother bedtime routine. Hello? Do you not hear that? Hear what? Oh, no, I didn't even notice it actually. What do you mean? No. If your baby just started crawling or they're about to, pause and do this first. You're gonna get down on their level and look for everything, hello kitties, that you could see that would be dangerous for them to get a hold of. Literally start crawling around your house and looking from room to room. Any loose cords you have lying around that they can get to, you're gonna wanna tuck them behind something, or you're gonna wanna pin them to the wall and put this out of their reach. You can get one of these if you wanna pin the cords to the wall. Make sure you screw your furniture to the wall so they can't pull it on top of them. And if you want to go a step further, you can get these little locks. That way they can't open the drawers and use them to climb up when they become more mobile. Outlet covers so they don't electrocute themselves. Curtains, you probably want to tie those up so they don't get a hold of them and pull them down. Anything in your lower cabinets that's concerning. This is literally just full of all of my kids' stuff. I do not care if she pulls this stuff out. Lock your chemical cabinets, please. And if you can't baby-proof a lower cabinet because you just don't have the space, you can also put a lock on that so they can't get into it. These door stoppers, either glue these on or just take them off, because I promise you they will get these off and put them in their mouth. And if you have the blinds with the strings, make sure you tie those up really high so that they can't get a hold of them, and we also lift our blinds up too. Don't hang jackets, purses, backpacks, anything on the back of chairs, because they can grab a hold of them and pull them down and pull the chair on them, or they can get caught up in them, and that's much worse. That is about half of what I can share with you, so follow along for more. Sometimes as a mom, you don't need therapy. You just need a change of zip code. For that, we headed out to Island Oaks RV Resort. But it's not just for RVs. They have so many cabin options, including some with your own personal dog area or playground. And every cabin has a different theme, so each visit feels new. We started by grabbing a golf cart for quick access to the pool. Looking for more fun? They have plenty of options, including a water obstacle course. And when your belly starts grumbling, stop by the on-site cafe or pop into the general store for snacks. If you run out of clean underwear, no need to worry. They have multiple laundromats on site. I might still be the snack lady, but at least my son never gets bored while here. We can't wait to go visit again soon. Mommy, you want to race cars? Yeah, pal, that sounds like a great idea. Oops. Yes. Sorry. Mommy, you still play with me? Mommy? Yep. Mommy? Yeah. Mommy, but can you still play with me? But can you race your car? Can you give me a second, please? Where is that other toy? Oh no. Oh, he landed on my foot. Would you stop? What happened, Mommy? Can I have some more yogurt, please? 1 second, buddy. 1 second. And these? You bit your cheek on a raspberry? Whew, that really, really hurt. Can I have some more yogurt now? Oh, jeez, whoa. What happened, Mommy? Oh, I just tripped over the rug, buddy. No big deal. What is wrong with you? I can't even claim workers' comp. So it's great to finally see you again.
I know, it's been too long.
It really has.
I've been wanting to meet this one.
I know, the new edition.
So cute. How's that been?
It's been great. It's been a roller coaster.
I know, I remember those days. Were you guys trying or a happy accident?
Me and my wife, were we trying?
Yeah.
No, we were, yeah, I
Daddy,
could say
what's
that.
that? When'd Danny go? Oh, I don't know if they have Danny go here.
Well, do you guys watch Danny Go?
We watched Danny go.
Okay, then yeah, absolutely.
Maybe ask Miss Brittany nicely if she'll put on Danny Go.
Miss Brittany, can I watch Danny go?
Definitely, I will sure put on Danny Go for you.
Only if that's okay. If that's okay.
That's totally fine. Morning, afternoon, evening, sometimes it's good.
My TV's on 20 hours a day.
Oh. Wow, look at him go.
Yeah.
So much energy.
Yeah. Maybe they'll take a nap.
Yeah, we
Doesn't
stopped
mean-
doing that a long time ago.
Yeah, same. We saw him live.